Hello everyone, it's GD right here. What's up? What's up everybody? I'm here because I just heard Exploration, Learke's last album from 2019. Exploration is 44 minutes long. It's got 12 songs, and I'm reviewing it because the dude seems like a cool dude. Well, his music is kind of cool, I guess. And he delivers cool content. He 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 does good stuff. This album, before going into it, I'd heard a few of his covers, a few of his other stuff, and I thought okay, this guy this guy can make stuff, but he I don't know, he does it all himself, I believe. So not everything goes out the way I think it's gonna go. But starting off, expectations. The album starts off with an intro song called Expectations, which I had some expectations for Expectations. But I don't know. Expectations, I don't know. I didn't like it. In my opinion, it 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 had its potential. It had its potential. Expectations had its potential, but it I don't know. Some of the things felt kind of odd, I guess. I mean, the lyrics are fine, and the idea of the song is fine, but it just didn't feel as well executed as it could have been. It's not a horrible song, but by first impressions, you're expecting something to leash you in to everything else from the album, and that wasn't a good start. Okay, in my opinion, Dreamscape would have been better to start off with, because it's a good track and it can give people good expectations. But okay, Dreamscape is a solid track. I mean, gotta take into account that Learke makes music all by himself, So this is not a review. This is more of a potential review, and to give him ideas, So Dreamscape is a solid track in my opinion. It has great potential. It gives me what I was expecting and expectations, and I'm saying a lot. And Dreamscape has good ideas and it's a good song by itself. It's a great song. Well, it's a good song. It's a solid song. And Dreamscape delivers what I wanted. Good song, One comment. One of the only critiques I can give to this album is the vocals, because listening to the whole album, I know that Learke can deliver some good. Listening to this album, I know that Learke can deliver some good music. Okay, but some of the vocals in general are kind of underwhelming to me sometimes. Okay, cause it all feels a little too not smoothed around the edges. It feels a little bit hard around the edges, like the vocals and all that. And that bothered me kind of a little bit in a few tracks. But that's fine, cause you're making music by yourself. That's good enough. And if you were to make another project, work on the vocals a little bit more. That's my only critique. Well, one of my only critiques. Going back, okay, keep going. String things. Let me just run with this. Let me run with this. third song, string synced bass drums. It's a music class project, he says. In my opinion, I like that. Since it's a project, it's a class project. Wow, that was a train. Since it's a class project, I went easy on that one, and in my opinion, I liked it because it delivers a few ideas. But I kind of feel the whole album is a little bit too concentrated on John Bellion as an influence. Like, it feels too John Bellion. It like, for example, the feelings / blatant love song, that just felt that was crop circles. That felt like crop circles all the way. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing, because the song was decent. The song was good, but don't make it obvious who your influences are. That because then people will tell you, oh, copyrights, this and that, and you don't want that. And I'm not saying this because the song was bad. The song was okay, but you know, people can critique you on that stuff, while you're just like, bro, it's an influence. And yeah, just a little thing on that. Okay, so this Descent / World of Mine. This one. Probably my favorite, well, one of my favorite songs in the whole album. It was very straightforward. It worked a lot. And, you know, it was kind of catchy. It's like one of the only songs from the album that kind of stuck with me, which is good, in a good way. And it slapped. It hit hard. The song hit hard, which is a good thing. Okay. Songs like All I Had, Music Block, those were good. Those were okay, I guess. I mean, they didn't stick out in any way, but they were good. Pressure / Moved On Part 2. Let me put it on for you guys real quick. I gotta try. It's probably one of the only songs on the album that doesn't have that bad of a vocal, and one of my favorites also from the album, especially that was that an opera choir that just made me go, wow, that's very good. You know, I like that a lot, that little opera choir. It's like, oh, that was very cool. A very, very, very nice beat. And yeah, okay, keep on moving. The Balance and Pocket speech interlude. Was there even a speech? I only the speech in general. Well, I couldn't hear it very well, and that was kind of an issue. It's not that bad, but you know, it needed a little more uplifting, because I couldn't hear the speech in general. Stay. I really have to tell you stuff, because Stay had its purpose, and it made sense. It made total sense. But like I said, there's always a but. Stay had this like, because it started in a beautiful electric piano, and then kicks up to electro out of nowhere. It being kicked up to electro, like, it could have been kicked up to electro, but like, the song was starting to like feel emotional. Like, it started to give me vibes and stuff. And then the electro part kicks in. Like I said, electro's not a bad thing, but it just came so out of nowhere, and I was expecting a deep emotional song, and yeah, that kind of got me unexpected, and I don't know how to feel about that, you know. But like I said, the influences are so like are way too obvious. Like, it feels a little bit like it just if the album was a little bit more like smoothed around the edges, like I said before, it could have been better. And the album, well, let me finish with the songs. SoundCloud Rapper, that just screamed cherry bomb to me. Like, that just felt like, I mean, yeah, it's ironic. It's like, I get the point of the song, SoundCloud Rapper. Yeah, but why is it even in the album? Because, like, why would you make a song like that in an album? I'm just asking, not in a bad way. The song slapped in its own SoundCloud way, but it just, like I said, why is that in the album? And okay, the outro, the verbal thanks. I mean, that was straight up my favorite song on the whole album, cause of the mix. And like I said, it feels heavily influenced on Hand of God by John Bellion. Like, I get the influences, I get them, but make them a little less obvious, because like some of the things here just screamed the Chainsmokers, AJR, and John Bellion to me, and that's not a good thing. You want to be yourself in an album. I've said this like 3 times already here, but like I'm trying to be critiqueful and helpful for you and your next project, Learke, if you're listening to this. I like the album. As a self-made project, the album is good. Okay? The outro verbal thanks, that slapped. The songs in general, there were just like 3, like okay, my most favorite songs from the album are this Dreamscape, the 3rd one, the Music Class Project, the 4th one, Descent / World of Mine, 6, All I Had, 7, Music Block, and 12, Outro / Verbal Thanks. My least favorites were Expectations and SoundCloud Rapper. This album, I mean, you made it yourself. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'll give it a decent 6. A decent 6 out of 10, just because of the potential you had in here. And it's a 6 and not higher, because the vocals and like some of the songs, it just felt like I've heard them before by other artists. That's all. But in general, good project, and I hope your next one is better.
For all of my brothers, all of my kin, all of my family.
Pardon the technical difficulty.
Big drummer, stone cold stunner, trap runner, hot like summer.